Their background was different.
Yeah, I'm in Plano, Texas today for the next couple days.
Nice.
Wow. That's exciting.
So it's nice. I don't have to put the kid to bed. I was able to leave the company dinner a little early so I could focus on getting homework and stuff.
Nice.
So, all right, we are live.
All right.
I'll go ahead and say prayer, and then we can get going. Our most kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we're thankful for this day, and we're thankful for the opportunity we have to meet to go over this week's lessons and to strengthen each other's understanding. And we ask that Thy Spirit will be with us, that we will be able to understand the concepts and help each other out in any questions that we have. And please bless our families that they will be able to continue to support us in our educational efforts. And we say these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
All right. So normally I have these printed off, and this week I totally forgot to print it. So now I've got it on my computer and everything's highlighted, but I don't have the actual paper. So.
All right. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and I'll read number 1. So which of the following are residents of rich countries likely to have in greater quantities or better quality than residents of poor countries? And that would be D, all of the above.
Yep.
Pretty simple.
Number 2. Go ahead, Jacob.
During the past century, the average growth real GDP per person on average about every years.
Yep.
2% per year.
C.
What do you have?
C, 35.
Okay. I wasn't sure on that one. I knew I read it somewhere, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, it's 35.
Yeah, I was writing the introduction, I think. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, second paragraph in the introduction. Although 2% might seem small, this rate growth implies the average income doubles every 35 years.
Trying to mark through this stuff so I can not write the wrong thing. There we go. All right. Number 3, the average income in a rich country such as the United States or Japan is more than, and I put C, 10 times, but less than 20 times the average income in a poor country such as Indonesia or Nigeria.
That's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I got that too. I'm not sure where they got the second part, but less than 20 times. I read it, and I only saw where it said 10 times more.
Exactly.
So that was weird.
I found it in a table in the book, but it didn't have Nigeria on it. On the first table 1, it's got Indonesia, but it doesn't have Nigeria. I was like, well, I guess I won't look at Nigeria then.
Nigeria's not on the map. I guess that's telling how bad it is.
Yeah.
The very first graph that comes up in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Now, number 4, which of the following correctly ranks the 3 countries from highest to lowest for percentage of high school age children in school? This one I couldn't find in the book, but I put C, United Kingdom, Mexico, or Mali.
I couldn't find it in the book, and I guessed A.
You picked A?
It's
yeah.
Section 12-2B.
All right.
It asked me about the percentage of high school. Yeah, okay. So it's in that section under the FYI, whatever. You said the among, let's see, United Kingdom, children of high school age, 98% are in school. Mexico, 71% are in school. And then Mali, 31% are in school.
So I didn't read the FYI part in the book. That's why I couldn't find it. That's where they get it.
There you go. Cool.
Go, Jacob.
I know, I got it. That one. That was a good one. Good catch. I couldn't find it, so I just guessed.
The first
See, I
couple
knew
of
I
weeks,
read it, but I couldn't find it.
yeah, the first couple of weeks I just read the chapter and then I started doing the homework. I was like, that's stupid. I'm just gonna read it while I'm doing the homework, so it's a lot
Yeah,
more.
that is true.
That way, Number 5. You hear my kid crying in the background? Countries that grew the fastest over the last 100 or so years had average growth rates of real income per person of about, I put 2.5% per year. I can't remember why though.
That's what I got.
I put 2%. Because in table 1, it shows from Canada up is 2% or higher.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
But United States is at 1.77%. But I would guess 2% was.
I guess we can average them.
I'm trying to get to the graph here because I put 2.5 because I don't know if I can't remember if I did it for all of them or just for the top ones that were 200 and above.
Well, see, the only one in table 1 that is above 2%, 2.5% is Japan. Everything else is below 2.5%, and that's also why I picked the 2%.
Let me see. And you're looking at the first graph?
Yeah, table 1.
Computer's being slow. Because I actually went ahead and took the quiz because I felt pretty confident in my ability.
Okay.
And I only missed 2 questions. But I starred the United Kingdom, Mexico, Mali one, and I starred this one because it was one of those ones I wasn't sure what I was doing was the correct way of doing it,
So I just averaged all those growth rates.
Mm-hmm.
The average comes to 1.81 for all of them. So I'd say I think 2 is probably.
Yes, you would just do the 2.0, 2.06, 2.1.
Yeah. So I just averaged all of them all the way down, and the average is 1.81, which is about 2.
Yeah.
Sounds about right to me.
Okay. Yeah, so that could be one of the ones that I missed because I put 2.5.
Okay. Number 6. Last year, real GDP in the imaginary nation of Oceania was 561 billion, and the population was 2.2 million. The year before, real GDP was 500 billion, and the population was 2 million. What was the growth rate of real GDP per person during this year? And I don't have a clue.
So I didn't find that there might have been a specific formula or whatever in the book, but I didn't see one. So what I did was I took the average for Oceania of 561 billion divided by 2.2 million population, and that gives you the GDP per person for Oceania, and then the same for the other place. And then I just took the
percentage difference.
The percentage difference, and that gave me 2%.
That's exactly what I did, and that's what I got.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 2%.
It sounds right. I was like,
I was the same way. I didn't know what to do, but then because I was looking for a formula, but when I looked at it, I was like, wait a second. They're just looking for the percentage difference, and we should be able. So I did it that way, and when it came out to exactly 2%, I was like, Okay. The answer I got is actually an answer, so let's go with it.
Yeah.
Usually it's like 2.3%, and you're like, it's close enough, I guess. But it came out right on the dot, so I was like, that's got to be it.
That made sense to me. That's what I would go for. Cool.
All right. Let me see. Which of the following would, by itself, reveal the most about a country's standard of living? And I chose D, its productivity.
Yeah, ditto.
That's what I got.
Cool. All right, number 8. The notion that our ability to conserve natural resources is growing more rapidly than their supplies are dwindling is supported by the fact that, I put C, inflation-adjusted prices for most natural resources have been stable or fallen over time.
That's what I got.
That's what I got.
Cool.
All right, number 9. If an inexpensive alternative to oil were found, the price of oil adjusted for inflation, I put A, would decline as the alternative would reduce the demand for oil.
No, that's what I got too.
I put B, but that doesn't make sense. So I think, yeah. I guess I didn't read it very closely. A makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that one I had to reread like 5 times until I understood it. All right. Number 10. Country A has twice as many workers as country B. Country A also has twice as much physical capital, twice as much human capital, and access to twice as many natural resources as country B. Assuming constant returns to scale, which of the following is higher in country A? And I chose A, both output per worker and productivity.
That's what I got.
That's what I thought too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Which of the following would increase productivity? I put all of the above, or correct B.
That's what I got.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, number 12. If the number of workers in an economy doubled, all other inputs stayed the same, and there were constant returns to scale, productivity would, I put D, rise but less than double.
So I put fall to less than 1/2 of its former value.
That's what I chose too, A.
Yeah.
Because everything, but the way I pictured it was like it's percentages, you know. The number of people grew divided by the everything else or whatever, and so it's lower.
Yeah.
But kind of a guess on my part, though. That's kind of one that made sense to me, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, that's the same one that I chose, but it could be.
What do you say, Nathan? What do you?
No, that sounds good. So, I mean, I wasn't too sure on that one.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure it would fall, like you said, because of the amount of people.
Mm-hmm. But as far as a half or greater than a half, I don't know how you figure that out.
Yeah, I don't know either. I just guessed because I knew it had to fall, so it gave me A or B. But I didn't think it, so I chose A.
You chose A on that one?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll go on. 13. Workland has a population of 10,000, of whom 7,000 work 8 hours a day to produce a total of 2,024 final goods. 24,000 final goods. Laborland has a population of 5,000, of whom 3,000 work 7 hours a day to produce a total of 105,000 final goods. And then C, Workland has lower productivity but higher real GTB per person in Laborland.
Mm-hmm. That's what I put too.
All right.
So C?
C, yes.
Okay.
Can you guys pause for 1 second? I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Let's see. Make sure nobody's bleeding.
You're going to lay the smack down.
That's one thing good on traveling for business is you don't have to deal with kids.
I hear you, man. Yeah, I travel for business, but all mine's usually during the day when I'm back home.
Most of mine is, but this for the next month, I'm doing quite a bit of traveling, and then in April I might have to go up to West Virginia on strike duty.
Oh, really? What part?
Nitro?
Nitro?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because I'm in Virginia, so I border West Virginia, right? I'm only like 10 minutes from the West Virginia border,
Oh, okay.
but I don't that place doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah, I don't know much about it other than I might have to go work there for a couple weeks.
Oh, okay.
Area is
All right,
East
where are we at?
Virginia.
Number 14.
All right. 14 is what we did. Is that wrong?
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I think so.
Other things equal, relatively poor countries tend to grow. I put C, faster than relatively rich countries. And this is due to the catch-up effect.
That's what
Yep,
I got.
that's what I got.
Cool.
All right, number 15. If the best educated and most skilled persons leave a country, then in the short term, this country's human capital per worker, I put B, and physical capital per worker will decrease.
All right, and I put D, which is capital per year worker will decrease, but physical capital per worker will increase.
I guessed, and I guessed A.
Yeah, I think this is a questionable one that I could have gotten wrong.
So the reason I put the human capital and physical will both decrease is because you're losing a person, an educated person, and that's also someone you lose who is doing the work, is physically doing work. But I can see where physical capital per worker will increase because, that's one less person that's pulling away from your physical capital.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But those people leave, probably the productivity will fall, right?
Yeah.
Because they know how to do it or whatever are not there anymore. So
Because I think the thing that's definite, I would say for me, is that wouldn't the physical capital, or the human capital per worker would fall.
That would fall, definitely.
Yep.
Would decrease.
It's less man hours, basically, right?
Exactly. The only other question is now is would the capital increase or decrease?
No, it's per worker, so capital per worker. Well, those people leaving wouldn't affect the amount of physical capital at all, because there'd still be all the same machinery and buildings and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But there'd be less people, so that would probably increase. So there's more
true,
physical capital.
If you got one less person in the building, that's more resources somebody can use in that building because somebody's gone.
Yeah. Yeah. So human capital would decrease, but physical capital would increase.
Yeah, because there's one less thing that they have to take care of.
Yeah. Okay. That makes.
Yeah. So it makes more sense now that I talked about, because I knew that the physical or that the human capital per worker was dropping. So I was questionable about the second part, but it does make sense. Like you said, when somebody leaves a building or leaves a business, then there's stuff that they're using now somebody else can use.
Yeah.
Yep. That makes sense.
D then?
Yeah, D.
Yeah. All right. Number 16, in the U.S., each additional year of schooling has historically raised a person's wage on average by about, originally I put B and then I reread it and changed it to D, which is 10%. In less developed countries, the gap between the wages of educated and uneducated workers is larger.
That's what I got.
Yeah. I read it, and as soon as I saw the 10%, I circled it, and I went back and I said, wait a second. So luckily I caught it.
Cool. 17. Other things the same. If a country raises its saving rate, when is growth of real GDP per person higher? I put A. And again, I think this was a guess.
Yeah, this one I guessed on. I put B.
I put B, but that was more of a guess. I couldn't pinpoint it in the book. Well, and part of the reason was, I mean, it wasn't just purely a guess. Is so it gets higher as you move towards the long run, but when it comes to the long run, you've got the what's it called, diminishing rate of return.
Mm-hmm.
So everything you save at some point will not increase your GDP per person as much. So the longer it goes, the less it increases your real GDP. So moving towards the long run, it increases it, but not in the long run. That was my thought process behind it.
That makes sense. I get that. I can go for that.
Yeah, that works for me. That's better than what I could have explained it.
All right, number 18. Suppose that there are diminishing returns to capital. Suppose also that two countries are the same except one has more capital per worker, and so it has more real GDP per worker than the other. Finally, suppose that the savings rate in both countries increase from 4% to 7%. Over the next 10 years, we would expect that. I put B, the country that started with less capital per worker will grow faster.
That's what I picked.
Yeah, I thought as well. The catch-up effect.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Number 19. Which of the following public policies would be least likely to result in more rapid economic growth for a poor or developing country? And I put D, inward-oriented policies.
That's what I got.
Yeah. You guys at the end here, and this is when I was starting to nod when I was doing this last night. So I don't remember reading that.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I've fallen asleep reading this book. Because I lay down with my laptop on my chest and I'm reading it, and the next thing you know, I'm just passed out.
Yeah, my wife came in the other day. I was reading the book. I was laying in bed reading it, and she came in from taking a bath. She's like, "How's that reading going?" I was like, "It's not."
Yeah, no, it's hard, man. It's so hard.
Yeah. I just got frustrated the other night. I was kind of reading, and I got up and
yeah, I hear you.
Anyway, probably if someone was watching, it probably looked pretty funny. Funny. Economists differ in their views of the role of government in promoting economic growth. At the very least, the government should. And again, I guess in this one, I put A, lend support to the invisible hand by maintaining property rights and political stability, which kind of made sense to me. But
that's what I picked.
That's what I put, and I actually found it kind of in the book. On 12-3F, the very first sentence says, another way policymakers can foster economic growth is by protecting property rights and promoting political stability.
Okay.
There it is.
So
that works for me.
Cool. All right.
Well, like I said, I took the test before we got on, and I got an 18 out of 20, so I only missed 2. A-, I can live with that.
Yeah. All right.
Good time.
Yeah.
I definitely like having my the paper with me a lot better.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah, well, luckily I know how to like have two screens up on my laptop at the same time, but
Oh yeah.
it still really small to look at.
Yeah. Tell you, it was the best thing I ever did was to get a monitor for my computer.
Oh yeah.
Like, never go back to a single monitor again, I don't think.
Yeah. See, a lot of times I'll have my iPad next to me with my laptop, and I'll be signed in, two different places.
I got two monitors at work, and everyone's like jealous that I have two monitors, but it's so much easier because I can like have two Excel programs up, and I can take it from one data from one spreadsheet and go put it on the other one, and not have to flip back and forth. So I'm really spoiled at work because I have that, but then when I travel or I'm at home, I'm like, because I don't have it.
Serious.
All right. Survey says, well, I got 16 out of 20.
Oh,
So hopefully you didn't submit it yet, Jacob.
nope. You're faster than me, so. Which ones
I
did
mean,
you
I
answer?
can take a B. A B doesn't, I'm okay with the B, but
Yeah.
Which ones did you answer differently than Aaron did?
I don't know.
I don't know.
That's why I was like, which one's that? I don't know.
Oh, we pretty much agreed on all of them. No, unless he just clicked one wrong or something.
I think most of them we agreed, or I thought I changed to whatever he had said, but.
Well, I did a test in my last class last semester where same kind of thing. You take the test and you can record it, go back on. And somehow I got like one number off, and I wasn't paying attention to
No way.
the thing. So like I was always one letter off, going down. And so I turned my test in and I got like a 2. And I was just like, what? And I went back and looked and I was just like, oh, you big dummy. I was like, you can't believe I did that.
Yep.
No, it was just because I was just in a rush, just trying to get through it.
That's like the nightmare when you're doing like standardized testing in high school.
Right. You're going off and you're like, what?
Like a bubble sheet or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Kids nowadays won't understand the bubble sheets.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I had a science teacher that gave every test we took in her class was on those bubble sheets, and she had the machine sitting up front of the class. And when you were done with the test, you'd walk up and you'd put it in the machine, and it would suck it in, But it would beep.
Yep.
It would beep for every wrong answer. So like, one person would turn it in, and it'd be like beep beep, and then like I would turn mine in, and it'd be like beep 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 beep, and you're like, oh, and everybody in the class is listening, and you're like, oh no. I hated it.
That guy.
I was gonna say my mother-in-law works for the school district here.
Yeah.
The students at the high school, I think, somewhere I can't remember, are all getting like Chrome books.
What?
And that's gonna be all the textbooks and everything. They're from the school are giving them these like laptops basically.
That's crazy.
It's like holy dirt.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I got 17.
17?
Hey, you beat me.
Yeah.
That's my goal next to beat Nathan. So.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
All right. Well, I guess until next time, huh? This wasn't too bad of a week again. It's kind of nice having 2 weeks in a row like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, next week I might be running a little late. I've got to go to Springdale for training, and then it's about a 3.5, 4 hour drive there, and then I'm coming back, and it's an 8 hour training there. So I'm gonna have a 16-hour day, but
Okay.
I might be running a little late. So
Okay. Whatever works.
I'll shoot you
I'm good. Like I said, if you're 30 minutes late, something like that, I'm still good. An hour.
Yeah, I'll be here. So.
Yeah, I'll still be awake. If I gotta stay up late, that's fine with me.
okay, I'll shoot you guys an email and give you like an ETA of when I'll get back. But
Okay.
You guys are both later than I am. hours. So fun game. You gotta do.
All right, sounds good to me.
We'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
All right, see ya.